There are many rappers currently serving time for crimes they committed, just like Tay-K, who was sentenced to life in prison.
You're young, but you're going to have to make better choices. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to sentence him to 80 years in the prison, give him credit for any time served.
But another rapper now facing a possible life sentence is Lil Durk.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Dirk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night.
Prosecutors are reportedly preparing to add new charges against Durk ahead of his upcoming trial. According to reports, federal agents believe Lil Durk was behind the attempted hit on Quando Rondo in 2021 at a gas station in Black, Georgia. Evidence files show surveillance footage and witness statements linking Durk to the incident. One file also mentions Durk's lyrics. They're on my page like slide for Vaughn, I know they're trolling me. In a recent podcast, a commentator explained, they're not only using Durk's lyrics against him, they're matching the song's release date with a gas station hit on Quando Rondo to build new charges. After this, several rappers reacted online saying, please tell me this isn't real. Things got worse when Durk was hit with more charges. This time for allegedly targeting members of his own crew. Court documents read, Durk faces allegations from federal prosecutors that he ordered hits on O-Block members for failing to retaliate for King Von's death. Prosecutors also plan to bring in a witness who claims Durk personally gave the order. The files include a statement. Defendant Dirk Banks feuded with Monduke over his belief that O-Block members didn't properly retaliate for King Von's passing. This evidence reportedly came from O-Block members who are now snitching on Durk. Because of this, Durk was denied bond, a viral tweet read. If you think Durk was denied bond just because he's rich, you clearly don't understand this case. It said that Day's brother, Ted, turned informant. But instead of making it public, the authorities kept it quiet to surprise Durk's defense team. New reports reveal that body cam footage showed Ted begging to snitch on Durk and his crew, which completely changed the direction of the case that Durk's lawyer has since requested more time on their bond proposal, and fans are wondering what exactly Ted told the feds. Ted is Day's brother, and Day is one of Durk's main hitters, meaning Ted likely knows a lot. But Ted only got caught because he was arrested at a convenience store carrying a firearm.
Really? Dude had a what about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
When Ted was taken to police station, people expected him to stay loyal, as most members connected to F usually do. But Ted was a complete opposite. He started crying as soon as he arrived and begged to cooperate.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
He was placed in a holding cell. After a few hours, an officer entered and asked what he knew, and it became obvious Ted just wanted to tell everything he knew in exchange for freedom.
Wait, hold on, you gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? Stop saying what you saying, man.
We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright?
You can see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what are you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
Durk's fans got worried when they saw Day's last name listed in court paperwork as a snitch. But it turned out to be a mix-up. It wasn't Day, it was Ted, his brother. However, Ted wasn't the only one cooperating with authorities. Another person, Vonnie, who also had deep ties with Durk, appeared to have flipped to in court today. His file was updated showing he's no longer in federal custody, meaning he's likely been released on house arrest. But Vonnie didn't stay quiet. While under house arrest, he texted someone close to him about his case, and that person leaked a message. The leaked text read, I'm trying to plea out to a 32, base for M for hire. Max is 43, which is life. -2 points for plea, -1 for early plea, -2 for no background. That's 27 points, 5 to 7 years. I can't go to trial. I might get an elbow, and I don't want them to do me like them other boys. When Vonnie said them other boys, he was referring to Jam, but more on that later. That INA's shocking twist. Vonnie's father found out his son had snitched. Instead of being happy his son might get out early, he ratted on his own son, claiming he was involved in King Von's death.
I'm going to give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm going to tell you. As Dirk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Dirk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was the exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right here.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? Yeah. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Dirk before, who told on Von before he died.
Vonnie's father alleged that his son was involved in the crime and that Dirk knew about it. This made academics question why Dirk. With Von gone, IT started to make sense when people remembered Dirk and Vaughn were both facing a case together back in the day. Not long after Vaughn passed away, that case ended with private settlement, suggesting Dirk may have made a secret deal with the feds and shifted blame toward Vaughn.
Why would Dirk want Vaughn?
Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. He was signing the boys. He was Vaughn wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Vaughn didn't have any contractual ties to Dirk like that, which was interesting.
I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He got a public defender."
A viral tweet then said, Vonnie's dad leaking that Dirk had Vaughn dealt with really makes me wonder why Dirk always goes live on Instagram whenever someone close to him dies. Fans notice a pattern. Dirk went live right after King Von, Lil PAB, and FBG Duck were killed. Many now believe Dirk used his Instagram live as an alibi, showing he was online while the crimes happened. Even though Vonnie's father was angry about his son turning federal, he also revealed that Vonnie allegedly orchestrated both Lil PAB and King Von's deaths.
Oh, no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages? Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and other. And with me saying Vaughn, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words on Vaun?
I ain't gonna lie. I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Vaughn name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Vaughn. You gonna tell that just like you orchestrated Lil P, you orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
Vonnie's father, being from the streets, believes in the code. Snitch on a snitch. Even Dirk's sister-in-law called Vonnie a rat. With multiple people turning on Dirk, things aren't looking good. However, his legal team is fighting back. Dirk's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss the case, arguing the charges are too vague. If the motion isn't accepted, they're demanding the prosecutor show exact proof. The coded language, timing, audience, and context behind Dirk's alleged orders. They specifically want the feds to produce evidence of when and how Dirk offered reward or incentive for the Quando Rondo attack. That Dirk's attorneys believe the prosecution is bluffing, that they don't actually have hard evidence. But soon after, troubling news broke. Dirk was placed in solitary confinement after a correctional officer found a cell phone in his jail cell.
They got little Dirk in a hole for basically some BS. And right now we're going to show the paperwork. They saying that he was caught with a cell phone, and basically that's not true. They trying to keep him in a hole, do a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing or whatever, but they trying to make a point because they saying that me and him is privileged and we got so many things going on, and it's a lot of BS.
Another concern arose. The feds are reportedly worried about Durk's safety. It's been reported that Durk got into a jail altercation earlier this morning. Rapper Lil Baby reacted emotionally, saying, "I don't care about nothing else right now other than Durk. Free the bro." Around that same time, one of Durk's close friends, Glee, was killed in Chicago, leading many to believe someone might be targeting old Block members. Fans began asking, who's trying to get revenge? That's when they noticed Quando Rondo and Lil Tim both dropped interviews on the exact same day Durk was attacked at 81st. It looked like a coincidence, but Lil Tim's interview raised eyebrows.
I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying him shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
What's strange is that Durk and Quando Rondo's crews absolutely hate each other. Durk is currently locked up for allegedly ordering a hit on Quando's friend Lil P.A.B., who was killed, so it made no sense when Lil Tim suddenly appeared calm and peaceful in his interview, just like Quando did.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
These are Durk's two biggest ops, yet both acted friendly toward him in public. Fans believe Quando and his team are pretending to make peace with the feds, while secretly plotting hits behind the scenes. The timing was suspicious. The attack on Durk happened right after talk spread that he might be getting released on bond, that Durk's father even spoke publicly, saying his son's lawyers had made a bond offer so strong that the judge couldn't refuse.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
During the next court hearing, prosecutors made a shocking move. They openly announced they were discarding certain evidence against Durk, reading it out loud in front of everyone. Reporters wrote, "In today's hearing, prosecutors told the judge they are voluntarily throwing away evidence against Lil Durk. They even quoted Durk's lyrics in court. Told me they got an addy, they got the location. Go look on the news, see your son screaming no."
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
But many saw this as a corrupt move, discarding evidence in public instead of doing it properly through procedure. This prompted Charleston White to react to Durk's case.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
Charleston White made it clear. He hates the idea of Durk being released. However, a defense attorney shared his own perspective on the prosecutor's actions.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Dirk paid the bounty for the through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Dirk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
Now they know they can't prove Dirk paid the bounty through this guy, the lawyer explained. Later, DJ Academics hosted Dirk's attorney, Drew, who said on his show, "These charges are complete jokes."
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Dirk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ack. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Dirk that celebrated and monetized this.
Despite everything, Dirk's bond proposal was denied again. Reports say the feds claimed Dirk would have to give up all his assets and go completely broke to be granted bond, because they fear he might use his wealth to put bounties on witnesses.
No bond for little Dirk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Dirk. Some of it is from the label. And ultimately, Dirk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's going to have tons of assets and money at his disposal.